Hello, all you beautiful souls out there, and welcome. I'm very excited to be with you all today, and I'm very excited about this show. I just asked the girls to keep an eye on me because I'm just so filled with spirit. Spirit right now. I'm going to need them to kind of keep an eye on my back because it's just been a very exciting journey thinking about this show. And who else would I have on this show with me other than the amazing SunPsychic Jean
Hi,
and,
everybody.
and Sister Terri Suzuki?
Yep, I'm here. We'll keep an eye on you and keep you
Thank you.
feathered
Thank you.
down.
I appreciate that.
But we may not be that great of help because I'm hanging out with them too. So
Isn't it great? I mean, we were just talking about this before the show, everyone, that we were having meditations and looking into the information we were going to be exploring today, and it was just extremely uplifting. And today's show is something that we're going to try. Maybe not every show, but we thought it would be really fun to have themed shows occasionally where our questions are answered about the theme. So yes, we will be doing live readings for you about the very interesting subject of spirit totems and spirit guides, animal totems and animal guides. So when I first started to dive into this, it sort of fell in line with what my guides have been telling me. They're teaching me this for a couple weeks, and it's all about energy. Now, we know that everything is energy. Even science knows that, and we all are exploring that, and everything's catching up to the idea that everything is energy. And what they were really beginning to show me is, what are you connecting to? What energies are you drawing in? And, I was like, well, I just have good energies. I don't have, but then they begin to show me, oh, really? What about this? And what about that? And you could reach out more to this, and you could explore this more, and you could draw this in more. And so when I decided that this would be good, I shared it with the girls, and they loved the idea. They began to tell me, this, Terri, is all about energy, and you can share that with all the people in your beautiful community. And hi out there, everyone. Hi, Anne, Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow. I just love saying that. And Kayla, Melissa, Laura Hammond Davis, David, hi, welcome. And Nancy Riker, good to see you. So it's exciting for me to be able to share this with not only my soul sisters here, but all of you out there, because it's something wonderful to invite into your life. What we draw in, when we came to this planet, we were given all the tools we needed, so many amazing things to use and help us on this journey and help us help others. So this is part of that powerful spirit energy that you can reach out and be excited about and be curious about, and maybe draw these energies in to help you explore your spiritual life here on planet Earth. I know we all got to, go to work, drive the car, feed the kids, clean the house. But the more we expand our spiritual knowledge and our spiritual awareness, the more we experience exactly what the Creator designed for us to experience on this planet. We're meant to expand. So today, everyone, I'm very excited to announce we will be talking about animal totems and spirit guides. So I'm going to be using much from the classic Ted Andrews Animal Speak. It's like, I don't want to say like the Bible, but it is the go-to for understanding what we're talking about today. And that's available on Amazon, and I highly recommend that you get it. I began to have experiences with animals, and that's how I was drawn to that book, and I've had it for years. So I'll be using that, and then I've got some notes here at the beginning of our show, so we'll talk a little bit about it. Then we're going to share our animal totem and animal spirits experiences with you, and then we're going to read. So get your questions in mind. Please put them in caps and emojis, and we'll start. So this is from The Secret Teachings of All Ages. This is the intro into Ted Andrews' book, Animal Speak, The Spiritual and Magical Powers of Creatures great and small, and symbols in the natural world. Realizing that visible bodies are only symbols of invisible forces. Oh, I love that. The ancients worshiped the divine power through the lower kingdoms of nature. The sages of old studied living things to a point of realization that God is most perfectly understood through a knowledge of his supreme handiwork. Animate and inanimate nature. Every existing creature manifests some aspect of the intelligence or power of the Eternal One. There was a time when humanity recognized itself as a part of nature and nature as a part of itself. Dreaming and waking were inseparable realities. Ooh, that one gave me chill. The natural and the supernatural merged and blended. People used images of nature to express this unity and to instill a transpersonal kind of experience. A study of nature totems is essential for understanding how the spiritual is manifesting within our natural life. Wow. Um, well said, Ted. Uh, what I would like to start with explaining, and then I'll ask the girls to share with us, and then I'll share some. The difference between a, a spirit totem animal and a spirit animal. Now, your totem comes with you onto this planet and is your spirit animal protector. A totem stays with you your whole life. Hence, in front of the villages of many indigenous tribes, you'll see, the totem out in front of the village. Those are the protectors. That's what they associate with as their protecting powers. And then your spirit animals will come and go, and they will come to bring you messages and maybe stay with you for a long time, but maybe kind of fade away. And then you'll notice a new spirit animal coming in and giving you a different message. So, ladies, I'm going to ask you to start. Jean, if you'd like, tell us about some of your experiences with spiritual animals and totems.
Yeah, I started back when I was doing my shamanic energy healing practice, and I was um, it was right before I went into the energy healing, and I was just studying the shamanic journeying.
Mhm.
And when we were doing shamanic journeying, we were taught how to find our spirit animal, and it was such a profound experience. And it was all very new to me. And what we did was we traveled to a different realm, and we asked the spirit, the spirit animal, to present itself. And as soon as I saw my spirit animal, I like recognized them. I'm like, of course it's you, like. And it was like the feeling, the energy, and the familiarity. And it wasn't his appearance, it was the hawk. And it wasn't the appearance, it was his essence. He exuded the care and the love that I felt from him.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, that must be my imagination. So we came out of the journey, and they said, ask for the spirit guide or the spirit animal to validate for you with between now and 2 weeks from now, to present itself to you in some way, shape, or form. Like if you read about it, or if you come across a picture of it, or if one
Yeah.
flies in front of your car, or if
Yes.
your kid brings home a picture of it, I don't know, in any way, shape, or form, that there'll be a validation for you that for sure.
Mm.
And don't you know, I just about jumped off my chair. I mean, it was one of those things where I'm like, did this really happen? It was so profound. This is back when we used to watch the news, back when uh, uh, it could have been close to like 10 or 12 years ago. And and I was watching the news, and they had a special that in the library, because I'm right near DC, Washington, DC, and they said there was a hawk that got into the Library of Congress, and they were unable to capture him. and they had pictures of this hawk up close on the TV within 2 weeks of me
Yeah.
meeting. I mean, it was a real hawk. It wasn't a picture, wasn't a
Yeah.
cartoon, it wasn't some a reading. It was I'm like, that's him. That's
There
him.
it is.
That's you. That's you. That's my confirmation. That's my validation. I was stunned. I mean, obviously I'm still stunned. It was just blew my mind. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
such a profound experience. And he's been with me every time I go on my journey. I hold him, I climb on his back and I hold around his neck and I put my head next to his head and we fly together.
That is so cool. And so he would be your totem animal then.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes. The one
okay.
that came that you know as your protector. If you go every time on your vision, then what do you think?
Okay. And then in different instances, like I've had bear too, but bear
Yes.
would be when I would be maybe insecure about something and I would need like
Mhm.
then there's others that come in and out for different reasons. Is that what you mean?
Um, yes. Yeah, that's true. And we'll give more examples of that. But yes, usually the spirit animal, and we want them all, right? And you may have more than one totem animal as well.
Okay.
But they will let themselves be known to you. And it sounds to me like you're pretty protected by this beautiful hawk when you go on your journeys. Isn't it exciting? It's very powerful.
And
It really is.
it's not a hawk, it's hawk, the collective, the energy
Ah, the
of hawk.
energy. Ooh, now you're giving me chills. Yeah.
Mhm. It's not a singular one.
Hmm.
It is the representation of hawk, the hawk spirit energy. The
Yeah.
spirit of hawk is what is there. And I think that some people interchange totem and spirit animal sometimes. Yeah.
I don't think it's anything that, we're experiencing beautiful spiritual energies. It doesn't have to be, by the book recognized. We just want to recognize them, enjoy them, and draw from their energy. So that's beautiful, Jean. What about you, Terri?
Well, I have all of my life just loved animals, just always loved interacting with animals. I mean, I almost feel like, I'm in a Disney movie if I go outside, just
Yes.
interacting with these animals. But it wasn't until I kind of found this kind of spiritual life that I kind of started interacting more with animals, spirit animals, kind of deliberately. The first thing that happened to me was that I got a couple new spirit guides, and it turns out one of my spirit guides is a
Yeah.
sea turtle. And so the sea turtle often leads me on journeys,
Mhm.
especially journeys that are in the water. She's taken me down to like a portal in the sea, in the kind of Lemurian area around Hawaii. And
Oh,
then from that portal, then I met whales, and they took me all the way to a different planet.
wow.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, so she's there. It's a she. I don't know how I know she's a she, but she is. And she often shows up in readings to guide me, to just flow with her. And it's always a flow. It's like it starts with my feet in the water and the waves coming in and going out, and coming in and
Beautiful.
going out with her. The second animal guide that I have around was my little dog, my little Chihuahua, who recently went over the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh.
One day
Mhm.
I was it was kind of miraculous that I got her. She was about 10 years old. A friend of mine wanted to she couldn't
Oh.
have her where she lived. She had to get rid of her. She was going to take her to the pound.
Oh.
And I was like, I had a grand dog, and I'm like, I don't want another dog. Don't want another dog. I kept ignoring this little dog. And then as I was leaving from my friend's house,
Mhm.
the little dog followed my dog out, and I put my hand out on her, and it felt like my hand just sunk into her. And I
Wow.
went, oh shit. That's my
Yeah.
So I did indeed take the dog. And then later I mean, there's just this instant connection with me and this dog,
Mhm.
and eventually I was just staring at her one day, and not for I wasn't really thinking I wasn't I wasn't doing anything, and suddenly I saw what she really was, that she was
Yeah.
a spiritual companion, and she was a little
Mm,
dragon. She was actually a little kind of
wow.
pot-bellied, copper-looking dragon to me. Um,
Cool.
yeah, so it was fun. She's, and then I did realize later that even though she was in a dog's body, that her and I travel together. They showed me future lives. Well, she'll be back, so, it feels a little bit better, but
How beautiful. I love that.
yeah.
Tell them
Yeah.
about the time that she jumped up on you. I can't remember what that was that she wanted to protect you from. Or no, oh, you were in a journey experiencing something, right?
Yes, I was in a journey, and I can't remember exactly what I was experiencing, but it was something where that another large animal kind of spirit was coming towards me, and she never sat on my lap. She wasn't a lap dog. She would sit beside
Oh,
me,
really? Okay.
and touch me, but not. And suddenly, this big animal came up, and I'm kind of thinking it was a whale, but I might be misremembering. She jumped onto my chest, and she could not be dislodged. She could not be dislodged. She was my protector. She was going to protect me from that great big spirit animal that was coming at me that she
Wow.
didn't trust. Um, yeah.
It was
I love
amazing that she picked up on that. It was just
it. Yeah.
amazing. That exact moment where there was like a crucial moment was exactly when she jumped up because, Terri told me the day after it happened, all the details, but and
Mhm.
and that I think it was like, was it an octopus or something? It was something that was
Something that
unusual.
was
And
very large.
yeah, yeah. And it was just so amazing that she was very
Yeah.
much very protective of you, and,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful story.
Yeah, and it wasn't just that she was on my chest, it was that she was looking at it. She had her head turned looking at it, and
Oh,
it would be impossible almost to dislodge her unless I kind of practically threw her off me. So, it was very, very, very interesting that way. And
beautiful.
I have often been in contact with other people's spirit animals.
Mhm.
As I
Mhm.
read them, that often happens.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, I'm seeing a few more people joining in, so I'm going to mention them a bit. And McGill, Akela, B24. And who else did I see? Joyful Journey. Hi, welcome. So, just to bring everybody up to speed, we are doing a theme show today about our totem and spirit animals and the energies and powers that we can reach out to and invite to help us in this journey on planet Earth. So, I'll quickly talk about a few of mine, everybody. You know, when I was a little girl, and later on in my life, this occurred to me, but when I was a little girl, I would go in the coat closet and make it nice and cozy. And that was my wolf den. And I informed my family that the wolves would be joining me. And this is my wolf den, and don't disturb us. And that was something I did on a highly regular basis. So later on in my life, I began to realize and understand that the wolf is my totem animal. He is my protector. And I truly understand why. And I'll tell you this quickly. But wolves are pack animals. They are very highly intelligent animals. You know that wolves mate for life and they stay together their whole lifetimes. Not only that, but if another wolf is injured or a wolf is too old to travel, they will let that wolf stay in the den and they will bring food back to that wolf. Also, the leader of the pack, if there are any animals that are older and having a hard time keeping up, he will go behind the whole pack and make sure that that one wolf was able to keep up with everyone else. It's all about that connection and that pack. And I am like totally a pack person. I'm tight with my family and I'm tight with my friends, and they mean the world to me. So I understand the wolf and the meaning in him in my life. Another time, I went through a difficult time. There's been many, but I picked some out with my lower back, and it was a painful time. Probably heard it wakeboarding. I'll never know, but it took me from being very active to not being active and not understanding why. So I spent some time having to be careful. One day I had been feeling better. My husband took me on a walk down the trail in the forest near our home. And as I was walking, I was realizing, oh my Lord, thank you. I'm feeling better. I'm moving better. This is great. And I was walking out in front of him and I laughed and I said, look, I said, I'm flying. This is great. And all of a sudden, the giant owl came out of the forest and exactly matched my wings and flew right above me. I looked up and saw him. And I said, David, I said, did that really happen? Was that really an owl? It flew right over me. And for a long time, he's a good example of a spirit animal. He came in and I got the book and I learned a lot from owls about secrets and wisdom and understanding things that are in the dark. And frequently we will get owls in the forest in the backyard, and I have my little my owl call, and they will call back to me.
Wow.
I talk to a lot of different birds. Birds are big with me, as you can tell. This one was a red-tailed hawk that appeared in my backyard, sat in a branch just outside my kitchen window and stared right at me. And he just was perfectly still. And I was like, what is this? What? They don't do that. Normally they hunt in the fields. So I got the feeling that, oh, he's coming to give me a message. So I studied up on the red-tailed hawk. And wow, it kind of made me feel very honored that he came to be a spirit animal for me. And, you know, hawks are visionaries. So it kind of goes with what I was trying to do at that time in my life. And so grateful for that. Now, interesting. About, 4 or 5 days ago, it was pretty recent. I was doing some laundry. Now, I had reached into the laundry basket and pulled out my husband's pants, and I was kind of, looking to see if there was anything in there, and I shook them a little bit, and I felt something hit my palm, and I looked at it. It was a wolf spider, the size of my palm. We get big wolf spiders here. Okay. Now, of course, it was like 3 or 4 seconds, and I'm like, ah! And I shook my hand, and he went back onto the floor, and it took me a while to get over it. And then later, I kept thinking about this spider. I'm like, how weird. Well, here's a history on it. I hate spiders. I kill spiders. I apologize before I kill them, but in my home, unless it's a real teeny spider, we have spiders that bites here. So I was like, why do I keep seeing this spider? And I thought about it and I thought, it's interesting because I was so horrified, but at the same time, I saw that spider in such detail, it blew my mind. And in my sleep, I could still see that spider, but I didn't have a sense of fear. I'm like, oh, I get it. You got something to teach me, don't you? And I realized that, spiders, and I researched it. Spiders weave the web between this world and the next. There are many, many legends in a lot of indigenous tribes about the spider. And what blew my mind about this was that spider did not bite me. It sat on my palm as I stared and screamed at it. And then I learned a lesson after that. And I studied on it and I drew that energy into me. I'm like, well, spider, I still won't welcome you in my home. However, I will use your energies and I appreciate your guidance in this lifetime. So there you go. Those are some fun things and serious things to consider. Now I'm going to put a banner up here so people who haven't joined us for a little while here are just coming in can know what's going on today. All right. I'm going back to the comments. About time we say hi to all you out there again. Hello, a light worker, Lark Kemper. Nice to see you. Melissa. All right. happy that you could all join us today. It's a very special day for us, and we're really happy to do some readings for you. Now, what we'd like to do, and ladies, speak up. What I'd like to do is answer your questions about spirit animals and totem animals. Now, I've taken a shamanic class. You did too, didn't you, Terri? Or you read spirit animals
I
all the
have
time?
not taken a spiritual class, but I did do Danny Shay's and Medium Kim Copeland's
Yes.
rocks and
Yeah, I
feathers
did that one.
class.
That's a shamanic class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a shamanic class. And during that time, what did develop for me is as you know, I kind of see a stage. I don't always see the stage, but when I see the stage, when I took that class, I got new things on my stage. So I had a little
Oh,
cave for spirit animals to come out and for spirit animals to be given to people. So in my meditation, I haven't seen it on my stage for a little while, and I'm like, could you bring that back? And they were like, yeah, and they did right away. So I'm like, okay, good. We got the spirit animal cave ready. So good.
yeah. Well, we were in that class together then. We must have been. I think they only did
We
one.
must have been, yeah. And
And in
Jean
that
was
class,
too.
huh?
And
What?
Jean was too, because I remember
No,
didn't
no, Jean. No, I don't remember
I
Jean.
wasn't able to make that one. No, and I'm so sorry because they only did one, and I wish I would have gone because I heard it was just so magical.
oh, you know what
Cool.
I'm misremembering, but I'm remembering during that class, you let me practice on you a little bit. And I remember we talked to a bear. I remember
Cool.
that.
Well, during that class, we did do animal spirits and animal totem readings. I was absolutely amazed because I was a little terrified. But you know, it all came together. It was a very powerful experience for me. And so I think that's what we'd like to do for you today. If you are interested in us giving you a reading on animal totems and animal spirits. Now, I know there are many of you out there that want readings from pets, and certainly pets are very important to us, and they are very um, intricate in our daily lives. But we're going to look for those that maybe have an interest in what we could read for you for your totem spirit animal. And we can certainly do that because we can tune into your energies. We're not shamans, we're not claiming to be, but I really want to make this clear to everyone. Everything the creator has given us on this planet, all of the energies are available to us. It's not like a secret club. It's beautiful for those who share and are powerful and have great teachings, and we want to honor them and always respect them. But we're going to have a little exploration today. Okay. All right. So now I'm looking for those. Let's see. I've got one. Okay. Ooh. What? McGill? Where are you from? Miracle Hot Springs. Wow. That sounds like someplace that's very close to me. All right. Well, I did want to note this comment from Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow. And I'll take this banner down now. Okay. I studied shamanism, awesome, and was blown away by journeying into the lower world. The power animals are the same that Hindu gods and goddesses have and are revered in Hinduism. They are so powerful and divine, and that there are so many cultures and, as we said, indigenous tribes. I believe that they were in touch with all that they had the spirit had given them to enjoy, you know? And we've become so, some of us, and we're all coming out of it, but we're coming out to see how much there is available to us on this planet to explore and enjoy. So that's very true, Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow. And thank you so much for your comment. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, Sharon, how exciting is this? I'm wondering, was Bigfoot with me the other day, please?
Oh man, I want to hear that story.
I love it. What a first question for us to have today. This is exciting. Okay, so Sharon, I'm going to go back into the live and watch Okay, I'm going to watch your comments. Okay, and I've got some other questions I'm trying to start as we go along, but we're going to start with Sharon's question right now. All right. We're going to tune into your energies.
Okay, well, I got a big resounding yes. And I asked for a little bit more message from that Bigfoot. And they're saying that they appreciated that she wasn't as fearful as many people are when they think that there's one nearby. He is referring to my belief that they're interdimensional, that they can come and go. And Bigfoot, you have a message for Sharon. They're just saying that they're kind of a cagey creature. They don't like to say a lot, but they're saying that they were being protective of you, that they were nearby. They hope they didn't scare you, but they were also trying to be with you and protect you. Your heart and spirit is open to theirs. They're showing me this kind of it's like a thought form, and it's kind of white, and it's like you share a space with them thought wise, and they can tune in and be more comfortable in your presence. That's all I'm really getting now.
What did you get, Jean?
That's really, really, really just mind-blowing and amazing, you guys. It's for some reason that my lighting's not that great right here, but Terri, that's the first thing I got, and you were explaining it so beautifully. It's really, I got that they were telepathic. You are practicing telepathy. They were being telepathic with you. It wasn't that it was only like their energy or their thought form that was there. And that's exactly what Terri just said. It was not their physicality. It wasn't their physical energy. It was their telepathic energy. And that's what you felt.
The only other little thing that they gave me that I didn't say is they kind of made a funny quip a little bit about being a really, really, really large elemental. It was a joke.
Well, Sharon, when we three vibe, it's so amazing. What I immediately felt when I tuned into you was like you were a radio beacon. I felt, it's old fashioned. You got to be old to get this, but there used to be these old things on the TV. It showed a radio tower, boop, 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 boop. It was a certain channel or station or something. I can't remember, but that's exactly what I saw and felt. I felt that you are exuding special vibrations at this point in time. And Sharon, you said, did you come too late? But we're talking about you right now, dear. So you are exuding these special vibrations out. And yes, I feel like it is very similar to telepathy, but it's not. It's sort of like what we talked about earlier in the show about just being open to vibrations that are available to us, and vibrations that can enhance and increase our appreciation of life and our knowledge of life on this planet. So yes, in fact, I believe that you are in touch with this Bigfoot's energy. I too believe they are interdimensional creatures. I have been fascinated by them forever. I'll tell you a very cute story real quick. We were camping one time with my grandkids, and I took a big log. This was when we were really into watching the Bigfoot shows, right? And you smack the log against the tree, right? And the grandkids around, and I said, let's see if we've got a Bigfoot out here in the forest. And I smacked it 3 or 4 times. And then I did a Bigfoot call, which I can do very well. I wouldn't do it right now, probably bust your ears. And I did the Bigfoot call, and they all giggled and they laughed. And I said, oh, let's try it again. I did it again. And I did a really loud call. And then pretty soon, down the river, you could hear an answer. And what yeah, well, I don't think it was really a Bigfoot because it kind of sounded like my call, but it was someone else who recognized it and responded to it. And isn't that the way we reach out? If you have that in your heart to seek it out, Sharon Robertson, there you go. Bigfoot will answer. So there you go. Pretty cool. That's a great one to start with. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to move along. Learning to fly. Learning to fly, spirit, animal, and totem reading, please, and thank you.
Well, there's no coincidence with your name. You have a flyer. And I feel as though it's almost like a little bit etheric. This animal like morphs in between realms. Like it may be, you know how like the phoenix, there isn't really like a phoenix here in this world, but it's like a mythical animal. But it probably was here, had experienced lifetime on Earth. This is what I'm feeling for you learning to fly. I feel as though it's a winged animal that is no longer, whether it's extinct or whether it was mythological and whether it was in and out of different realms is what I'm picking up for you. I can't quite determine what I can see, only part of it. Let me see what it has to say for you. I feel as though they're saying you've often had a fascination with learning to fly. This is why your name is that. But you also have had dreams of flying. And you feel as though almost like Superman, you know how Superman would put his hand up and he would fly, or Wonder Woman, however, they would just fly. Like these things you can remember doing. And I feel as though you may have been one of these things. It could also be, I don't know, can spirit animals be off planet? It could be.
Yeah.
I think so.
It could have originated from a different planet originally, but that would be something you could look into. I'm not sure if you ladies are getting anything else.
I also got very flying creatures. You know, I saw the hummingbird, and there's such a fierce little creature. But I also got dragon.
Wow.
Which this last weekend I saw somebody else asked me a question with Akashic recording. They said, what was I in the last night? Not who was I, what was I? And I saw a dragon. I'm seeing that I'm not saying that that learning to fly is a dragon or a spiritual animal or totem is a dragon, but I do think they can access this because I'm just getting all manner of flying things. And I also, when you said she felt like she could fly as a kid, that struck a big tone with me, that probably learning to fly when she was a kid, or he was a kid, so probably got in trouble by mom, probably was up on the garage roof ready to fly off with and got in trouble, because I think that very connected to flying. So
awesome. Excuse me. I immediately got a condor, and what I felt was like powerful wings, like, you know, a lot of birds, you know, they navigate and you can really watch but the condor just flies solid. They cruise. And that's exactly what I felt when I tuned into your energy. Interestingly enough, learning to fly, when I had cancer, I did a meditation to Pink Floyd's Learning to Fly. And I meditated, and I was that bird that they sing about in that song. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I'm sure you probably are. But very, very powerful. I've connected to birds my whole life, and I've owned birds as pets, and I witnessed them in the wild. I talk to ospreys when we go camping. I talk to owls in my backyard. I would just encourage you to explore this even more and see what they have to say to you. It's as simple as just taking a little time, like a little meditation, or maybe a song, some Native American music, and just explore it more, because I feel like there's some very, very powerful messages in these things that we've just talked about just now today. So have fun and explore. And thank you for your question.
Yeah, and
Beautiful.
the dragon, analogy would explain the interdimensional or off-planet, reference that I couldn't detect what type
There you
of
go.
being this was, and it yeah, so I think it's a good place to explore. Good
Yeah,
luck.
absolutely. And keep us posted. Okay.
Yeah, everybody, if you're here in the chat, your participation is really encouraged. Oh,
Yes,
you're
sweet.
welcome. Here she is.
Okay, Melissa. All right. I feel that I had different spirit animals at times. For example, deer, bear, owl, raven, crow. Do I have one of these that is with me all times? And I guess that would, refer to your totem animal, Melissa. So wonderful. It sounds like you're really in touch with the natural realm and the spirits of animals around you. So let's tune in and see if we can get one that stays with you.
I got
At all.
Al right away. I got Al right away. That was the one that stuck out and almost seemed like Big Brother, like a confidant and a guardian and an advisor, and one that you connect with. I out of those, the owl was the one that was more in communication with you the most.
Well, I was kind of tuning in and like saw a forest theme and a very large bull elk raised its
Ah,
head, all big antlers and stuff, and that was pretty phenomenal. So I'm getting elk and their name in the Yakima language, the tribe area that I grew up next to is Wapti. Wapti.
oh,
Mm.
yes. The Wapti. I love that. Beautiful. Well, I resonated with Jean right away when she said that, and I tuned in and asked Spirit if that isn't a spirit that is with you at all times. And I did feel it, and I felt the big wings stretch out. And I also felt the fascination, and let me know if you've got this, but I also felt a message about fascination of mysteries and curiosities, things that are hidden. Do you like to seek out things like that, Melissa? Because that's something that the owl represents, and it's a very powerful thing, and it's an interesting thing to explore because the owl can reveal to you many secrets and things that are unseen. So let us know. Oh, yeah. Okay. Great. Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, Melissa.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. I've got allergies today. Spring is coming. Things are melting and blowing in the wind. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here's another one. Oh, whoops. That's hers. Lark. All right. Lark's totem spirit animal. This is going to be interesting.
I got the gorilla, the king of the forest, the gentle giant, the compassionate family and community leader, the wise one. The intelligence of the gorilla is fascinating. I got the gorilla, like, king of the forest kind of gorilla. Is that the king of the jungle? Sorry, I was going to say that didn't sound right. King of the jungle, right? Is that
Right.
is it gorilla? For
Yes.
some reason, I'm hearing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting a spirit animal, not the totem.
Okay.
And I'm getting a llama. A llama.
One that spits.
Why the llama? Why the llama? Because, and they're saying that, so they told me that, the llama can be domesticated and is they say a beast of burden, that they can carry burdens for a very, very long time. And that they're saying that lark has this quality.
Ah.
The lark can carry a burden for somebody else. Lark can help transmit, transmute, move along these burdens, and all in a lovely fluffy package. Okay, that's what I got.
Wow. Wow, we got some interesting things here. I don't know what the male is called specifically, but Lark, I got a kangaroo. Now, if you've ever seen male kangaroos, they are huge and they're very powerful. They have broad chests and their ability to travel. And that's so I tuned in and I asked my hawk to let me know, hey, let me know what this is about, because it seemed different to pop up for you. And they said that your spirit and imagination have the ability to cross great distances quickly, that you have the ability to take in a great amount of information and pivot and turn and go in the next direction and take another great amount of information, that you have the ability, and that's just the feeling I got, was the power of a male kangaroo leaping through the air and sailing across the Australian grounds. And oh, I just thought that was so interesting to see. So let us know how you feel about that, Lark. I think they all fit you. I really do. Amazing. Because you always have such good interaction and questions for us. We really appreciate them. So thank you so much, Lark. Okay.
Absolutely. And it's
All
funny
right.
with this name Lark that we didn't, none of us
No
got a
Larks.
flyer.
No flyers.
No flyers.
Well, I can relate to the fact that he has a very powerful spirit,
Uh-huh.
so that I think those will fit in. That's cool.
Yeah.
I love doing this. Jane. All right. Jane says she would like an animal totem, please. Thank you, Jane, and I'll be watching the live if you have any questions or comment about how we read. Okay.
Getting some sort of a large cat. I can't tell if it's a jaguar or a bobcat of some sort. Can't tell. It keeps morphing in between, like some sort of a cat in that family, like a large cat family. Um, and it's the agility, it's ability to survive against all odds. It's cunningness and attention to detail around your surroundings, and you're at the same time, you know, your tender love and care for your family. It's a little bit of a blend there.
Well, Jane, I don't think I'm getting your animal totem. I think I'm just getting an, you know, a spirit, animal spirit guide kind of thing. And I'm getting a little butterfly.
Oh,
So, you know, not like a big, like a swallowtail, something smaller, something that has creamier, and there's a little bit of pinkness to this. I haven't seen a butterfly like this in my area, and I'm in the Pacific Northwest. So this is somewhere else, but I'm like, okay, so tell me more about the butterfly. Show me what it is. What does this butterfly do for Jane? And they're saying, you know, butterflies are so, I guess they're using the word innocuous.
yeah.
Nobody fears a butterfly. Nobody fears that. Nobody wonders, is that butterfly scoping me out? You know? So the butterfly has a way of traveling and looking at things. But what they're saying also is that the butterfly, remember, the butterfly comes to life through metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Through metamorphosis. And they're saying that you have the power of metamorphosis, that you can, by pursuing some of the spiritual things you're learning, can bring this power of metamorphosis to your life and to the lives of others around you.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rebirth.
Yeah.
Transformation. Ooh, I got chills on that, Terri.
Yeah.
Well, Jane, I saw a doe. Now, to explain to you how much I feel the power of a deer, I've seen them at very special times in my life. There is something so ethereal about a deer. I don't know if you all have ever sensed that or felt that, but when I do, it's a very powerful spirit. Um, I was driving down the road one day singing a song, and my son had passed not too long ago. And I was on a country road, and I had my window down, and out in front of me stepped a doe with her two twin deer and deer babies. And I was like frozen. I was just mesmerized. And they were so beautiful. And they came up, and I could tell the babies were listening to the music, like, you know, what's that? And she stood there. Now, for a deer to stand in the road like that is pretty unusual. They're pretty hip to moving along. What I get from the deer for you is that you, in fact, have a talent for the ethereal, for that you have had moments in your life, they're telling me, that you have felt this, that you maybe thought it was your imagination, but if you take the time to feel the vibration of it, if you would meditate, or if you just sit quietly and say, what is this all about? What is this deer about in my life? And feel for vibrations and answers. I believe you'll be spoken to. The gift of the ethereal is so special. It's walking in two worlds kind of magic, and I believe that if you explore that, you're going to find a wonderful spirit animal for you. I don't believe it's your totem, but it is definitely a messenger that is looking to speak to you. If you haven't had an experience with the deer so far, so let us know if you have, or any other comments you want. I am watching the live. Okay. Wow, this is fun. I could do this for hours. Oh, let's see. And we're almost to the hour. I can't believe it. Let's go. We're going to go look at Nancy Riker. Wonderful. How beautiful to read for you, Nancy. Happy you could join us today. Hmm. Oh, she says, changed my question.
I think she
She have
just
another question?
before that probably, yeah. So this
Okay.
is the one she wanted. Yeah.
This is what she wants. Oh, I feel
Yeah.
really good about it, so let's do it.
I'm getting a bear energy around you, Nancy, and it's like a black bear that's mm, non-threatening. It's not one of those grizzly bears with those big giant claws. It's just I guess a black bear is what they call it. And you know, the most nuisance they are is they get into other people's trash and stuff, but they are family oriented and always looking for the next treat almost, and always inquisitive. And oh, now they're reminding me of like Yogi Bear, and the way he would always want to get into the picnic baskets and stuff. It's
Oh.
almost like there's there's this bear helps you and guides you and protects you in a way that is provides sweet reward um, in some aspects. It's like they carry you through the storm, so to speak. And it's like you don't know how you got home, but for some reason you got home. And when you did, there was like a package waiting for you. Like, and this is where Bear would come in and help you get from point A to point B, or to get through something mentally. And then at the end of it, there would be a little bit of a reward. And it's almost like synchronicity or unexplained. So, what did you get, ladies?
Well, seems like I always get the slightly oddish ones. But right away when I tuned into my stage and I saw the animal cave, and it's like they decided to give you an animal spirit guide, and out swam a fish. So you got
Mm.
a fish. Now this fish, I am not up on my fish breeds. So it is definitely an outdoor fish. It is something you'd find in lakes or rivers, not the ocean. Uh, Probably not in my area, so I don't know what kind of fish it is.
Does it have colors?
No, it's just kind of yellowy greeny.
Okay.
And it's kind of, I mean, the word perch comes to me, but I don't know what a perch looks like or
They are
anything.
yellow and green and
Yeah.
kind of a really weird gray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so then I asked, like, okay, little fishy, what do you bring? What do you bring for Nancy? What do you do for Nancy? And this is really interesting. So rather than like hanging around, being around all the time, this fish says, he basically think about my qualities. I can sense the vibrations underwater. I can dart and move very fast. I'm all
Yeah.
muscle. I'm all ready to go. And they say, when to Nancy, they're saying, when that you're feeling slow, like your thought processes are not going fast enough to suit you right now, and that you feel the need to be more agile, call upon me. That's what they said.
Wow. Cool. Nancy, I am so delighted to have this opportunity to have seen what I saw. But Nancy, I saw a mountain goat. Now, if you've ever had any information or maybe watched a television program about mountain goats, this is what I saw. They have the ability to stand on a ledge this wide and spring across a chasm and land on another ledge this wide. And that's what I was seeing. This is a mama goat, by the way. She has got some babies with her. Now, what was fascinating when they were talking and I was seeing this little story was that she led the way and then she patiently just watched the little babies come behind her. Like, I don't know about you other mothers out there, but I'd be like freaked out, right? Oh, watch out, be careful. Oh. But she had this wisdom and this magical feeling about her that I dove in and I said, okay, what is this for Nancy? And this is a power to charge ahead, a power to know, a power to take things on in leaps and bounds, a power to be confident of things that are in front of you and the desire to explore. That's exactly what they told me. And boy, I could feel it. Yeah, that was a real treat. And I think all three of those kind of blend together, right? I mean, the message for all of you today who had readings, and I'll ask the ladies if they want to do one more, but explore now. Take these things and explore. Have some time with the spirit animal that was mentioned, and then come back and let us know what experiences you had with them. I would love that. Awesome. I loved it, Sharon. I'm really glad you enjoyed it and glad that everybody was here. I'm glad Nancy enjoyed it. Ladies, do you want to do one more or one more? Okay, because we're at the hour. Like I said, I could do this forever. I get all excited about it, you know. Okay, let's see if I missed anybody in my start area. No, I think I got everybody. Let's see. Let me go down to the live now. And hey, you want a reading? Jump in.
Terri, I was wondering if you might just amuse me just a little bit. I have a little slideshow for everybody who might be interested in some ideas about their spirit animal. And also, if you could let me know what your spirit animal is or what you would like your spirit animal to be while we're showing this. I don't know if you can pop that up, Terri, and I will start the slideshow.
It's in the present right here.
Yes, it is.
I see it. Beautiful. Okay, everyone. This is going to be exciting. Let's do it.
Look who. Remember him, Terri?
Yes.
And that's the owl.
Oh,
Everybody see that?
Nice.
A nice tiger. Which one is yours? That's the wolf and the owl. And that's the hawk. No, that's a what is that, Terri? Is that an eagle? No, that's a condor. That's a jaguar or a leopard. And they're the whale. Remember whale?
Whales
and
are awesome.
dolphin. Oh, a unicorn. Oh, you can't see that one so well. Sorry. Some of these are off-centered. A swan. And there's your hummingbird.
wow.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I love
There's the wolf.
You know.
That's a picture of a hawk. There's a couple of hawks in here because it's mine. There's the white lion and the peacock. Peacock is really good. It's pop. There's an eagle. I have to guess. There's the hawk. Now I told you I have a lot of these. Another one.
Awesome.
Snake, everybody, is a good one. Snake. Pegasus. Wow. And look at that. Wow.
Oh.
There's a peacock in the wild. There's your fish, Terri.
Wow. Well, it didn't look as pretty as that, but that's a cool fish.
Awesome.
And horse. And sometimes fish, they'll come to you in the air on a cloud. And there's a dragon. So, there's the Sasquatch that somebody asked about early on. And woodland animals. And bunnies. You can have all sorts. A dolphin.
I don't see any insects in there, Jean. You got an insect? Oh, I love the squirrels.
There it is. Dragonfly.
Oh, they're very.
There's your goat.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
There's the bunnies. It's almost over.
Oh, I love
what
it.
Are they?
Thank you.
What are they? I forget. Pelicans or something?
Lion. Ooh, that is
flamingos.
Flamingos, thank you. That's the dove of peace. Yeah. Look at that.
That is
That's
a beautiful hawk photo.
mhm. And the elephant, that's very popular.
Wisdom
Yeah,
and
let us
strong.
know which one is yours. Look at that cat. Which
Yeah.
one? Oh, and Nancy says hummingbird. Oh, okay. And what is that? That's some sort of a moth?
Isn't that the Luna moth?
That's the lunar moth. I've had those on my house.
What?
They're so
I've
cool.
never seen one here.
Oh, they're just amazing. And tiger. I have a tiger tattoo on my back, by the way.
There's the grizzly bear.
Yeah.
That's a brown
Mhm.
bear. And this is how I was holding on to my spirit animal. There's the wolf
Beautiful.
and a seahorse,
Seahorse.
of course.
Ooh.
A seahorse. And of course the dragons, all shapes and sizes,
I
and the
love it.
cat, feline, and I guess that's a, a cougar, and the squirrel. So
That's a
cute.
puma.
Oh,
Oh,
look
that's
at
beautiful.
that's the bear that
Mhm.
was protective. That's an yeah, wow.
Wow. Wow, cool. Oh, that's
Elephant.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. They could be ethereal or real. Like it doesn't have to
Yes,
be actual. So
that's right.
this is it. That's it. I'll just
Beautiful,
stop.
Jean. Thank you so much for that. Really, that was great. Got our imaginations flowing. And while you did that, I had a chance to see I missed a couple questions. So
Oh, good, good,
are you
good, good.
down, ladies? Are you down for it?
I
Awesome.
am.
All right.
I
I've got 3.
okay.
If you need to go though, we can carry on or okay, we'll do these 3 because I missed them and my bad. Joyful journey. So sorry about that. But you know, I got so excited during this show. It's very hard to keep up. I'm so happy that you mentioned that I missed your question. I'm happy we got it now. So, joyful journey.
I'm picking up dragonfly for you, joyful journey.
I'm getting that white dove that we saw.
Oh, beautiful. Mm-hmm. Mm. I want to make sure I have the right thing, but I think I'm picking up a cougar, a puma. Interesting. Okay. Ladies, let us know what information you find out from those spirit animals.
Well, what I was picking up from mine was the iridescence of the wings is almost your energy reflecting. It's like your energy signature, your energy reflecting off of you the way that the iridescence reflects off of the dragonfly's wings, and the mobility and the gracefulness of the way that dragonfly flies, and the mystical a component of the dragonfly as well, that one day it's here and the next day it's not, and it comes to visit you and it brings messages and is very mobile.
Cool. I love that.
And with the dove, I'm not quite getting whether well actually I'm getting the joyful journey loves the peace. She loves it when peace can be attained with those around her.
Mm.
And that she is invited to share that peacefulness of a dove, to share in that when that she's not feeling peaceful, to remember that this dove is with her.
Cool. I just got a message from Spirit to remind everyone that souls from the other side often use dragonflies and doves, hummingbirds as signs. Also, I've heard that red cardinals are a sign a soul is getting a message through to you. So keep that in mind as we're talking about some of these. Oh, I just got chills from that. I saw the cougar and I was just like so surprised. Like, what? A cougar? The cougar is so, what I'm hearing is superiorly tuned into the environment, every sound, every motion, every vibration. They literally walk in the world, hearing and knowing and feeling everything that's going on. That's the power of that I felt. Now, if you've looked at pictures of cougars, yeah, you can see them snarling and all that stuff. But if you've ever seen a beautiful picture of a cougar and looked into their eyes, they are gorgeous. Just look like big, sweet kitties. But they have that mysticism in their eyes. It's the knowing. And that's what Spirit told me to relay to you about the cougar, is the knowing and the feeling of the vibration and energy in your environment at any point in time. All you need to do is tune into it. Power of the cougar. Ooh, I love that. Cool. Well, I hope that that was good for you. And I'll pop over to the live a little bit, see how that went. Okay. And I do have you, McGill. You were actually next up. I finally saw it. I'm so sorry I missed it. Okay, McGill. Oh, Guides and Angels. Uh-oh, I missed that. That's probably why I skipped it. McGill, we're not reading Guides and Angels right now, but we will be happy to tune into your animal spirits, which have messages for you. How's that? Okay with you, ladies? All right.
Yep.
I'm seeing an eagle for you. I'm seeing a very strong bird, a very majestic and powerful, and like the leader, a leader, and you represent other people very well. Like you are the leader of your family, or the leader of your job, or the leader of your friends. You have this leadership, and this people look to you for advice and for um, guidance. I feel like you have a leadership role that is filled with wisdom and grace, and you're very well, highly respected and honored.
Beautiful. Powerful.
They're showing me smaller and smaller things. I have, for Miguel, they're showing me a little black ant. And, a little black ant, though, you know, size for size, they're very powerful. They can lift heavy burdens and keep moving them along. They can clean things up. They support each other. There is some sort of communication between ants that I'm not even, it's probably, vibratory. They have a lot of things, and they're also there. I think the reason that they're showing me this ant also is because, you met that woman and you immediately carried her burden, immediately wanted a message to carry to her guides and angels. And they're just showing me that, like, in the background, you're like the little ant supporting people in ways they don't even know. They don't even know. And that also speaks to your heart and speaks to the fact that you are so humble. You're a humble person, and yet so powerful.
Powerful. Have you ever seen what ants can move? I've done that. I've gone to like giant ant hills in the forest and just sat there and watched them move, these giant things that are like 10 times their size, one single ant. Ants are indeed very powerful and very connected. They have telepathy. They all move as one, Ooh, that was exciting. I love that. Well, interesting, Miguel. I got a horse. Now, yeah, Terri grins.
I love
Terri and I have both worked in equestrian therapy, so we can testify to the amazing telepathic, ethereal powers of a horse. They are indeed pack animals. they communicate with each other, and they can communicate motion. They communicate a threat. They communicate a need to another horse in their pack. They watch out for each other. They're tight. They're very, very tight. And I believe, Miguel, the message for you is this, that you have the invitation from all of these spirit animals to enjoy their specific talents and explore them. Now, I don't know if you have any experience with horses, but they are absolutely amazing, and they are known to heal humans. And I believe it's because they are so highly, highly sensitive to, they're really telepathic. Wouldn't you say, Terri?
Yes, and they have a lot of knowledge beyond. Like when I work there, they can actually hear our heartbeat over 6 feet away, so they
Yes,
know what we're feeling.
they do. They do indeed. And they have a certain radius of that as well.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's amazing. That's a powerful animal to have, Miguel. And I invite you to explore that. And if you haven't had the ability to be around horses, you're certainly in an area where maybe you can contact someone that has a horse, or that you could just, oh, I know. Go to Sun Valley Road and hang out at the fence and watch those big, powerful horses out in the field. They may not be there right now, but they will be there soon when the spring and the grass come. And they are the big workhorses, they have intense wisdom that is just amazing. And thank you so much. We're glad to welcome you. And good. I'm so glad. Oh, so glad you joined us, McGill. That's wonderful. And Andrea 54 Hector, thank you so much. A new subscriber. Beautiful. Welcome to our community, and we are happy to have you. All right. Wow, ladies. Woo. We did it today, didn't we?
Yep.
What an
Thank
amazing
you.
show. And
Mhm.
I had so many more things that I wanted to do and didn't get a chance to do because I wanted to have plenty of time for readings. So I think we should do another one of these, don't you? Whoops.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we should. That was very, very exciting to me. I want to thank you, Jane, and thank you, Terri, for your beautiful, how do I say, spiritual power. It's wonderful, always wonderful to be with you. Everyone out in the chat, I so appreciate you coming and joining us. And I want to mention that you can book a full reading with SunPsychic Jane. I'm going to put that up at sunpsychicjane.com. And you can also book a full reading with the amazing Terri Suzuki, KigaruSpiritualJourneys.com. And you can book a full reading with me, PureVisionaryPsychic.com. If you enjoyed this show, please like and please subscribe and tell others to come and join our community. We have a lot of adventures and things that we explore together. So we're happy to see you again. Please know that we'll be back again. Jean, what have you got coming up soon?
I'm so glad you asked. I will be with Valerie from Illumination Portal on Sunday, the 25th at
She's
3
great.
p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific. And she is so dynamic. There are so many astrological changes going on right now. And I'm learning as I go, but I'm really, really looking forward to that. So, and then we also have our Magic Monday on Monday, the 26th at 4:30
Yes.
Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. So,
And
if
that's
anybody didn't get
and
a
Jane.
reading, yeah,
Mhm.
they can come over then.
Yes,
Yeah.
beautiful. And
Yeah,
Terry, have you got something else coming up, or you're doing a
um,
very special series right now? Why don't you mention that?
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so the next time I'm going to be here is Sunday on Allie's channel at 10 o'clock Pacific time. And then, as Jean mentioned, on Monday with her and Wisdom Seeker Joan. And then on this week, my normal Tuesday series is going to jump to Wednesday. So
Oh,
Wednesday at 1 Pacific, uh, my wing woman, Jean, is going to help me with the Akashic Healing series. So that's a series where the Akashic Records Masters mind suggest what we're going to heal. So as of this moment, I don't know what they're going to do, but it's an interesting thing. It's very interactive. You get to come and you can just watch if you want, or you can participate and add to the healing. So
Thank you. That's very, very powerful series, and I've joined it, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And I encourage you all to give it a try because it's very powerful. So I'll be on next Wednesday live by myself, and that'll be February 28th, and that'll be at 5 Eastern and 1 Pacific. So the journey continues, everyone.
Yeah.
Take this information out now and really explore it. Don't just say, "Oh, that was fun," go look at your phone. Take this information that you've got as an invitation from the wonderful energies that are available to us. And I want to say what the guides told me to say each and every time. Please, every one of you, remember, you are loved beyond measure. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. And please join us again.